Hey everybody, Aaron here. Welcome back to another anime review. Today we look at My Wife is the Student Council President Plus, or My Wife is the Student Council Season 2, essentially. So, as I did with yesterday's review of the first season, which by the way, I do apologize, that was supposed to be up like a week and a half ago, but I unfortunately wasn't able to get it up originally. I don't know why, I guess maybe forgot I even didn't upload it. But I figured since I finished the second season yesterday, might as well review it today, just for you guys. As many of you know, I can't review non-vodka today until probably later tonight because I do have an exam today at college, so I'm a little busy with that. But yeah, like I did with the first review, I will put a giant warning on screen telling you guys and girls that yeah, this is a mature show. It has a lot of nudity, it has a lot of sexual themes and sexual concepts. So be warned about that. I'm not trying to stop you guys from watching it, but I am telling you guys that it is that way to make sure that hey, you're warned about that. Um, I will also tell you at one point, I'm not gonna say when, it's not gonna be right at the end of the video or anything like that, but when to actually, or how to actually watch it on Crunchyroll if you're not able to, because I know some people can't if you haven't changed your account settings and all that. So I'll tell you guys how to do that. Also, but I'm not gonna just tell you, oh yeah, I'll do that at the end of the video because that would be then people just skip to the end of the video and find out there. So I'm not gonna do that. But anyways, warning's over. All right. So, season 2 of My Wife is a Student Council President is essentially the same shit as the first season, and in many ways that is both a blessing and a curse for the show because it is the same hilarious stuff that you had from the first season, but at the same time, it's the same kind of material, which at times makes the show a lot weaker. And the thing is that with a few extra scenarios that kind of pissed me off, especially at the ending, I think, of the season in general, I will say that this was a lot weaker than the first one, and I mean a lot weaker to the point that my score is going to be considerably lower than the first season. Story-wise, once again, I don't have to really even do very much for the story because it's not very much of a story. We still have Izumi-kun's, with actual president who is trying her best now to make sure that he doesn't fall in love with any of the other girls around him, namely Minawa, I think her name is, I believe. I might be slightly off with that. I do apologize. By the way, I'm reviewing this really early in the morning if you can't tell. But it's the girl with the long blue hair. She has a more prominent role in this season, and that is not a good thing. I would say that's probably what killed this season for me in a lot of ways. Is that she becomes essentially this kind of love triangle, concept, and at times it's funny, but mostly it's just annoying because I wanted to see the student council president and the president get together in the show, and they tend not to because of her running, a kind of gambit of where she's like, oh yeah, now I live right across from you guys now because I know about you guys living together and all this other stuff, and it just they throw in a few almost kind of filler episodes with all the girls that will never have a chance with a dude, but they're with the main dude also, and it's like, what? That was unnecessary. So the story, like once again, it wasn't a big focus. I mean, it's not. This is not really the point of the show, but it definitely is a lot weaker because of how they treated some of the characters, especially how they treated the quote unquote romance between the two main ones. Animation wise, animation is still solid. There's no issues with that season 2. It's not anything better. It's not anything worse, which is a good thing. You still get a lot of those ecchi slash real nudity scenes, but they're funny. They still work in that sense because they still look very solid. Um, I noticed the opening and closing really didn't change much, so because they're very short still, and they're not that great per se. So the music wise, I'll say, was also about the same as the first season. So I mean, that's a good thing in its own right because I'm glad the opening isn't like 2 minutes long. Because I mean, again, this show, in case you didn't see the first review, is a 7-minute show. Technically, even less if you think about it. So it has the opening and the closing stuff. But overall, I mean, I thought it was still a very solid, a soundtrack in general because I do love the voice acting. I think the voice acting is one of the best parts of the show, and all the characters really bring to light their characters with their various lines and their comedic events that they have to do. But yeah, it's just that the show, because I guess it's going off the same concept of the first season, you expect it to kind of enhance what was the first season, and at times it doesn't do that. It really kind of takes a hit with this whole love triangle scenario and these kind of other girls that don't have a chance, a motif that usual harems have. And I was like, was that really necessary? I don't think it was, personally. I think that it was a kind of shoehorned concept in, and the show takes a hit because of that. Because in general, it just felt like, I know the first season had the harem elements and the concepts like that, but they worked better because they didn't feel as forced. They felt more as a secondary type thing, more so to, the president and the vice president becoming a actual item. And it was meant to be a joke that, these other girls were kind of raining on their parade because, oh hey, they are starting to fall for the dude also to a point, but not in the sense that they completely are taking over the whole show. Because I mean, the one blue haired girl takes over this whole show this season, and that doesn't work in many ways for the show in general. So I will say that, it's still a good show. It's not a bad show, but I mean, compared to the first season, it's a lot weaker in my mind. And I think with the whole ending of the series, also, like, I mean, I don't know if it's gonna have a season three. It probably will, but at least right now, I'm not sure if it has a season three even announced. It ended on a very stupid note. I feel like, I mean, I know what they tried to go for because they did end it on more so a actual holiday type theme, because Christmas is coming around the corner. But yeah, I just felt that this season wasn't that great, to be honest. That's why if I had to rate it between A through F, I'd have to give it a solid C plus. I was giving you a low yesterday actually, so I'm glad I didn't do a review yesterday. But I feel in general the first season was really good, and I gave it a very high score. Season 2 was not as good. I think that a lot of the episodes weren't that great, and a lot of them didn't even feel necessary. I felt that, again, the harem elements and the other stuff was kind of more shoehorned into the story than kind of fluid like in the first season. And just overall, I just feel like it was a weaker season in general. But hopefully you guys enjoy my review, and hopefully you guys agree with me. Hey, if you don't agree with me, put in the comments below what do you disagree with. We can talk about it there. Be respectful, of course. And also, like I said, if you need to watch this on Crunchyroll, and if you plan on watching it on there, what you have to do is when you search up Okusama, you're not going to see it right away per se. It's not going to show up right away instantly like everything else does on Crunchyroll. It's going to probably bring you to the episodes, but it will tell you, oh, hey, warning, are you 18 plus? And they'll do that every episode. But what you could do is you go to your account settings, and in your account settings, there's actually a way to mess with it, saying that, you allow mature content. And when you do that, it will let you see Okusama. It'll pop up now as a search item, and you'll also be able to watch it without having to constantly click that yes button, I'm older than 18, etc. So that's the way of doing it. So I did, by the way, say at the end of the video, but I didn't want to tell people, hey, I'm going to do it at the end of the video, so this way you skip ahead to do that. Anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Have a great, blessed day. As always, if you like my reviews, put down in the comments why you like the reviews, maybe. No, hit the like button, subscribe, share the video, the whole nine. Until our paths cross again next review, have a good one, everyone. Bye-bye.